Hi, everybody. So I have decided I'm just going to jump on here really quick. I just got back from yoga. I'm looking a hot mess. I should be getting ready for my full moon lunar eclipse ritual, but I need to get on my soapbox here for just a minute and just to kind of save me from having to type this 3,000 times because this is a subject that comes up quite a bit on different tarot groups and oracle groups, spirituality groups, etc. So these are my, not just my opinions, but these are things that I have learned. I'm actually a certified holistic tarot reader, so I've actually taken a course. I'm not saying that you need to be certified to read tarot, but a lot of people do. So let's just get right into it. So basically, I'm sure you guys have seen this a lot. There's always this controversy with people, usually newbies, getting into groups and asking if it's true if you need to be gifted your first tarot deck. And so everybody fucking thinks they're an expert nowadays. And here's the truth of it, okay? No, you don't need to be given your deck. But to say this is an old wives' tale, or this is a myth, or this isn't true, that's not true. It actually was the truth, okay? If you went back 50 years ago, 40 years ago, 30 years ago, 20 years ago, if you go back before the internet and you wanted to learn how to do tarot, there was no fucking YouTube, there was no Facebook group, okay? If you wanted to learn tarot, you had to go to a tarot reader and try to get somebody who was willing to do what's called an apprenticeship. And they would bring you under their wing, and they would teach you everything that they knew. And that's how these skills got handed down. We wouldn't even have tarot today if these women, if these men had not apprenticed other people and given them their wisdom. Okay. Now, back then, you would not have been able to qualify for an apprenticeship if you had purchased your own deck. That's where this comes from. Okay. So if you had been given a deck, you were basically considered to be chosen to learn this art of cartomancy, okay? Cartomancy is the actual terminology for somebody who reads tarot or cards. So that's where this comes from. So I think you guys really need to check yourselves and educate yourselves. Sorry about my dogs. Because to just simply say, no, it's not true, because all you're doing is you're trying to feel better about yourself because you've all purchased your own decks. I purchased my own decks too. I was never gifted a deck. So I'm not coming from a place of, thinking that I'm better than anybody else, because I bought my own decks too. But that does not mean that this is not true. That does not mean that this isn't part of tarot history. And for people to be just acting as if it never happened is ignorant. It's not honoring or acknowledging our past and our roots. So if you're not going to take any time to actually dig in and look for information, you probably shouldn't be doing this. And this post is probably going to piss off some people, and I don't fucking care, because I'm sick of everybody jumping on a fucking bandwagon and acting like they know when they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. How about either A, not replying to a post if you don't know, B, saying, I don't know, but this is how I feel, or saying, in my opinion, but to just get on there and say, the answer is no, that's not true. Okay? These things came from actual, it's not folklore. This is the way that it was. None of y'all would be reading cards if it would have been 20 or 30 years ago, including me, and I realize that. But I still take the time to search and learn and educate myself so that we can pass on these traditions. You can honor the past and still change it to fit modern society. Meaning, you guys can still buy your own decks and start reading just like I did, but you should still be honoring the past by passing down the truth of the history. Okay? That's how things get lost. That's how things become watered down. And it's really sad to me. So I hope this kind of ruffles some feathers, because you guys, you honestly all need to check yourselves a little bit, okay? On one hand, nobody's an expert, including me, okay? But take some time to look into something instead of just answering it off the cuff, because really what you're trying to do is say that you're right. That's all any of these people that are commenting are trying to say is, oh, I'm right. This can't be true because I bought my own deck. And if that was true, then that would mean that I'm not supposed to be reading cards. Take yourself out of it. Step out of your ego. Take 3 fucking minutes to do some research. Okay. And I don't even know how long it would take you to find that information because, again, you know, I learned it in my tarot course, but it's not fake. It's not folklore. It's not an old wives' tale. This is how it was done. And if you guys want to respect the art of tarot, then you need to recognize the roots of where this came from. That's it. My dogs are driving me nuts. I need to calm myself down, get myself... Leave me all your shitty comments below because I know, like I said, this is going to ruffle some feathers. I really don't fucking care. Let me have it. That's how I feel about the situation and I'm sticking to it. Okay, we'll see you guys next time.